We're live on YouTube. It's the Monday Media Pulse. I want to talk today about the ratings. The June radio ratings were out, and it says a lot about the lack of quality radio that we have here in the Bay Area. The alleged all news radio station, which is really a joke. And it's reflected now in two consecutive rating books, is that KCBS is in effectively the toilet, and they're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the abyss. More on that in a second. KNBR had another pretty respectable bump, but it's not the fact that KNBR is so terrific. It's not even mediocre. It's the fact that 95.7 The Game, which I have heard from time to time and try to listen to, they have a very poor signal conventionally. You have to go on the internet, and it's not an easy channel to access unless you're on a computer or you have an app. But in any event, 95.7 The Game, which is owned by the same company, bankruptcy, that owns KCBS. So they are now just, I don't know how they're making it. They have no cash. They're petering out, and they're just so bad that virtually the entire sports radio market is owned by KNBR. And let's face it, KNBR has the Giants, which, baseball has always been and still is a dead sport. And KNBR has the 49ers, but I'll give them credit just for registering on the ratings. A lot of that has to do, folks, with the fact that they're on these socials like YouTube and Twitch and other social media, which, by the way, registers as far as ratings are concerned. That gets measured, which dictates the fact that their numbers are better. Doesn't mean that they're terrific or that they're even good or whatever. It's just a reflection of the fact that they have a lot more measured outliers like Twitch, like YouTube, and they're concentrated heavily in those arenas. Their programming is abysmal. The talk shows are ridiculous. And like Odyssey, Intercom, Cumulus is barely above water. Both of these companies are penny stock companies, and therefore their future is murky at best. KCBS, and I've talked about this. How many times do I got to say how shitty they are, how terrible they are? They don't have direction. They don't have any kind of missive. They have mediocre talent. They have ongoing issues with what constitutes news, the fact that they have these rookie reporters on who don't know geography, don't know the lay of the land, they're poor, and you can tell by the fact that they have no money, and that's not an excuse, because other stations like KNX, owned by Odyssey, Intercom, they somehow find a way to continue on and not drop into the abyss, which is pretty much KCBS these days. KCBS fell to barely above a 5-point survey in the latest June 24 radio ratings. Let's keep in mind, and let's state openly, these ratings are not the ratings that advertisers buy off of. They are reflected of just the overall, they're 6+ ratings. They're the so-called beauty contest numbers. But KCBS is in a pile of doo-doo, and they're terrible, and they're not even mediocre anymore. And they have no news judgment. They have no news director. They are very poorly run. They are the crapper. It is one of the worst. I don't even listen anymore. I hardly ever listen. If I do, it's usually just like background music. It's on only because I have a old terrestrial radio that I keep on and I move it around. But like Bay Area radio, KCBS is dead. They are just the worst, most poorly run radio station. I shudder to think what's going on there. And apparently, people are fed up and people are leaving. Nobody stays there. Anybody with any kind of half a reputation is staying at KCBS, and it's reflected in the ratings. They're a monopoly, yet they still can't compete, folks. There's no news station on radio. KQED to some degree, but they're not really a news station. They're more PBS radio and NPR, I should say. It is abysmal. And again, it's reflected in the numbers, or in this case, the lack of numbers. KOIT, KOIT, they are strong. The biggest ratings-wise successful radio station in the Bay Area, KOIT. There's music stations that have done okay. 95.7 The Game is on thin ice. That sports station, which, they have a few programs that are halfway decent, but I can't listen. I'm very critical. The only thing the game can say is, we're not KNBR. It's really, really sad. You want to know sad too? Few readers sent me emails, they've commented here, is the fact that once again, we don't have any news talk in this area. Just an out and out crime. Here we had this huge assassination attempt on Saturday with Trump. No station to talk about it on. Nothing. We had the internet. We had cable. I'm talking about an interactive discussion, comments, etc., to discuss what everybody was talking about, what everybody is still talking about, a major, major news event. An assassination attempt at a former president and the Republican nominee for the GOP nomination, which is taking place today, their convention in Milwaukee. Yet we still do not have a news talk outlet. Just out and out ridiculous, pathetic, sad. Fill in everything you want. It is unbelievable. The number 4 radio market in the country, 10 million people. We don't have a news talk outlet. LA has one. New York, Chicago, Houston, Miami has news talk. LA, Boston, Miami, Dubuque, Des Moines, Dallas, Seattle, small towns, small cities, San Francisco, the Bay Area, and San Jose, no news talk station. That out and out is ridiculous, a total abomination. Yet here we are, close to Silicon Valley, the most billionaires per capita on the planet. We don't have a news talk outlet. That, folks, I cannot fathom that, will not fathom that. It is an outrage that we do not still have a news talk station. I ask you, and please donate to my site. Please donate on my PayPal. That goes directly to me, which enables me to bring you these posts on YouTube, where I'm at virtually every day, sometimes not. But that is dependent upon you. Any amount that you can contribute is very much appreciated. And I have something new today that I'm going to offer. If you make a donation of $15 or more, I will not only thank you personally, I will give you a 5-minute live schmooze just for you, or a spouse, or a loved one, or your daughter, or whatever, son, cousin, priest, rabbi, politicians. Anybody makes $15 donation or more, you will get a 5-minute, your own personal schmooze. And we can talk about anything. Media, television, radio, internet, news events. You get directly from me, moi, Rich Lieberman. How do you donate? How do you contribute? Well, you go on the PayPal icon there on the right side of the blog. You click on it. Got credit cards. I take all of them. And it is 100% safe, secure. Again, I will personally call you or thank you. If you don't want to be bothered, just let me know. I'm hip to that. I just want to thank you, all of you who contribute regularly, whether it's YouTube, whether it's my Gmail account. This These funds enables me to stay alive, pay the bills, and give you the quality, the information that you deserve and that you look forward to. The scoops, the inside dope, not the PR crap, not the formula press release information that you get. Nobody covers media in the Bay Area like I do. I'm the only one. Chronicle, they don't cover media. Mercury News, Bang Papers. Nobody covers the Bay Area media, radio, television, internet like I do. So please make a contribution, and I thank you. We'll see you later.